folks, welcome back to Nuffy's Builds. A big thank you to my new subscribers during the period that I haven't even been uploading videos. Thank you so much. For those of you who have not unsubscribed over the last period while I haven't been uploading, a huge thank you. So what's been going on? Well, this is a quick update on Nuffy's Builds and where I'm at, what's been going on, why I haven't been uploading, and let's start right here. So in my first video I mentioned that I was looking at doing a vapor blaster, and here it is. It's not completely finished, but it's working, and it's working really, really well. I didn't want to remove the engine from the current project being the XJ650 until I had the vapor blaster ready, because as I pull that engine apart, for those of you who've pulled an engine apart, it takes up a lot of space. It takes up containers and it gets spread all over the place, and as I take parts off it, I want to clean them up, prep them, get them ready for reassembly, so that by the time I finish the disassembly, I'm very close to them being able to start the reassembly process so parts aren't sitting around. And I think one of the worst things with pulling an engine apart and putting it back together is the time lag between pulling it apart and then getting the opportunity to put it back together while it's fresh in your mind. For those of us who are not mechanics and rely on the small amount of memory we've got. So what's been going on? Well, COVID, and I know for some of you out there that's been pretty savage. For me, I had I copped it. It wasn't too bad. I was lucky. I've had a month overseas travelling. I've had a couple, probably 3 or 4 weeks away for work, for business travelling. During this period since I last uploaded, I've been building the vapor blaster, and I've also been adding onto the side of the shed here, as well as some external projects around the house that had to be done. And my youngest son has moved out of home recently, so I haven't got someone here to help me lift things. Anyway, a huge shout out to all of you. I hope you are well. I hope your families are well. This is just going to be a 5 to 10 minute video, just a quick catch up before I go into the next stage of the XJ650 build. And I'll run you through that in a moment, where we are and what's coming up soon. So let's crack on. I'm going to start by moving you up onto this special stool here. Before I do that, with the vapor blaster, I'm just going to show you. So I did this as an example. I've got one of the carburetors from the bike. It's been taken off. Here's another one that's been cleaned up in the vapor blaster. Am I happy with the vapor blaster? I'm ecstatic. It's for the amount of time and effort that it took to make it, which is not a small amount. It does take a bit of time. The amount of help that you get in cleaning up parts is incredible, and I'm just going to take this small part here and I'll show you that. This is just the bowl off that carburetor we were just looking at. It's a little bit crusty. I'm going to give it a really quick clean up right now just to show you in the vapor blaster. I might just do half of it just to show you the difference. So have a look at that. That's inside of it. A bit hard to see. Let's tilt you so you can see. So there, it's a bit crusty. Bike's been sitting for a few years, not running. Petrol's dried up in there. So let's get on, let's crack on and clean that up. So here's that part. I'm going to put that inside. Close the door. Turn on the water and the lights. And got a quick clean. So let's give this a quick blast. What I'll do is I'll just do one side of it so you can see the difference. Okay, so I'm going to say less than a minute, I'm guessing. Just pull you down off that curious stand up there. Right, so that's what we had. That's one side. The inside. Clean as. I haven't rinsed this underwater, obviously. There's the side I just gave a quick blast. There's the other side. That's the end that's been blasted. There's the side that hasn't. There's the bottom. In a minute. And I could turn the pressure up a little bit on this. I would go over that probably for about 3 times the amount of time that I've done on those two sides, just to really get it to etch down and clean that up, just to get that finish that we're looking for. So what else has been going on? So let me just turn that on. Oh, so there's my contraption. This is my flow. I can adjust the flow from my media out of here. And this is my air. So when I turn the air on, I can do this with my knees. And that's how I'm operating at the moment. Yeah, I'll put in some Arduino switches and things later on to control the air and pump. But for now, it's working and things are getting done. So there's half the media blown out the door every time I open the door up to start with. And now I've got this sort of curtain there. And you can see if I put the light back on. Is the wire mesh inside that it sits on, and yeah, it really needs a I've got the hose and water set up to attach a freshwater hose to be able to clean the window and things. Now there's our XJ650 frame. There's obviously the front and rear, so yep, the big middle of it's missing, and there it is up on the bench. So the engine is out, carbies are out, all that. Got the manual there. We've got, is that carby I was showing you before. So that has been blasted, and that one has also been through the cleaner, what do you call it? Yeah, anyway, that one has had a very light blast. It hasn't been through the ultrasonic cleaner yet. The ultrasonic cleaner, I'm running it hot, and that is why it tends to give it that darker colour. If I put the ultrasonic cleaner on just cold, it'll come out pretty much looking like that, silver. I did a couple of tests. I'm going to go with that darker colour. I can easily blast that back if I want, but I like that sort of, call it gunmetal look rather than the shiny silver look. You know, when I consider the overall sort of colour of the bike and what it's going to be. So that's where I'm at with the XJ650. The other project I've been working on is my little music room. So a bit hard to show you. It only stands off the side of my shed by about 1.7 meters, so a little bit under 6 foot. But that's my little music room. It's going to have some doors on the front of it, which will become shelves. The doors will be shelves for parts and things. So that's just got my little fridge in there, a couple of pairs of boots, riding boots, guitar pedals, amp. Around the corner there is my ultrasonic cleaner at the moment. TV will go up on the, or monitor will go up on the wall, and a couple of axes hanging on the wall. So music stand. So that's what I've been up to in the time that I've been away. There's a few other things that I'm trying not to show you as I spin the camera around. I did get another bike too. There it is up on the wall. Pretty cool, huh? The BMW bike is currently in my garage. I just rode it about an hour ago. So I'm really getting some good rides in on that BMW. That will be coming up for sale very soon to make way for another bike, which we have a bit of an adventure coming up, hopefully. I've spent a month over in New Zealand recently, and my son's moved to New Zealand and is now living there. And while I was there, it reminded me how awesome the scenery and the roads are over there. And so we're planning a trip. A couple of other blokes coming along at this stage, and we'll be swapping out some bikes for adventure bikes and sending them across to New Zealand from Australia is the plan. And then we'll be doing a couple of weeks touring over there, and that is the bike that I'd like to have as my daily ride, actually. So it's part of the plan too. So last time you would have seen these parts, we got the tank off the XJ650, which has now been sort of semi-faired, filled a few gaps, created some new knee positions, I suppose, by filling these sections in here. There's a bit more to go on there. That is purely a mould for the XJ650. The mould, the female mould for doing the tail, that's been waxed and ready. It's been waxed and ready for about 3 months, and so that will be coming up soon. But I guess the big thing is the tear down on this engine. And I will be shouting out heavily to Mesmo down South Australia somewhere for some assistance, I'm sure, with a few questions that I have. At this stage, I want to give a massive shout out to Never Ending Cycles for their help with the electronics package for this XJ650. If you don't know them, look them up. I'll put a link to them in the description or something, but Never Ending Cycles, get onto their pages, Instagram, and also obviously YouTube. And also, look, a massive thank you to Wood and Metal Garage, or Wood and Metal Garage, however you say it. I got a sticker pack sent out to me, and this is one of the 3 or 4 stickers that I've got. All these stickers will be going up on the wall of sticker fame up there. I've got a ton of stickers to go up there. If anyone's got anything from their channel, stickers that are appropriate for a G-rated channel to put up on that wall, by all means get in touch, send them over. I'll give you a shout out, I'll put them up on the wall, and I can introduce your channel to the huge amount of viewers that I have. So here we have the XJ650 engine. Looking inside, had to take the top off it to get it out of the frame. Mesmo and also Jish have worked on the same bike. Jish made it look like he's a magician getting the engine out. Mesmo the same. I have to be honest, I struggled a little bit, and I did film it, and I'm not showing you. So if you want to see an engine coming out of an XJ650, watch their videos. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go and get this video uploaded for you guys. I thank you again for your support. I love seeing the comments when I do see them, and please check out these other guys' channels. Give them some support. And please, if you wouldn't mind, a thumbs up, a comment, it goes a long way. To all those people that I've been in touch with just through, I guess, YouTube, other channels that I'm watching and talking to, the Instagram channels that I'm looking at, you guys know who you are. Massive thank you. Thanks for the comments, the videos that you guys have been posting. yeah, just a big thank you, and well, we're going to put that vapor blaster to some serious use coming up with this engine, and a few other things going on. So stay tuned, and see you soon.